Hey everyone, Allison here. I'm back with another episode of Blueprints, and I can't remember, looks like day 4 is where I'm at. Let's jump right back in to where we left off. I did appreciate the comments in the last couple videos of Blueprints, and I'm glad everyone got a little bit of a laugh over the thought that this might be a quick game, because apparently it is not a quick game. I also had a comment saying I should spend more time in each room, so I'll plan to do that as well. Let's see what objects I can find in the closet. A gem and the lucky rabbit's foot. Perfect. Might go this way next. Let's see, I'm not going to go in the kitchen quite yet because I don't have any, well, I do have 4 coins, I suppose, but as far as buying food, I don't know that I need any right now. So I might go with a bedroom that will give me extra steps every time I pass through. Can't turn that around. I guess I don't know if I was missing some things when I wasn't spending enough time in each room, but I thought I did a pretty thorough job of looking through everywhere. Let's see, the courtyard would be nice, but it does take a gem. Spare room is really just an empty room, kind of a free room. Double check here. I think I've already I know we're trying to get up to the antechamber up here. But yeah, I've already kind of blocked myself off from this far left column, but that's okay. So the nook will circle back around. Storeroom's a dead end. However, we will get a key, a gem, and a coin. But I think I'm going to go with the nook because we'll also get a key from that. Pick up the key. And if you're just joining us, this is a note that I keep finding in this room. It says, a journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Okay, that is going to end up in a dead end. Commissary has items for sale, but it's gonna send me back in the wrong direction and it costs a gem, so I think I'm gonna go with the chapel. This will allow us to continue moving straight up. Just making sure to spend some time in every room. So the pantry will kind of give us at least a second out. The guest bedroom and the nursery all end in dead ends, but guest bedroom up here will give me 10 extra steps. This nursery will give me 5 steps whenever I make a new bedroom. Maybe, oh, I keep forgetting that I have to pick one once I select a door. I was gonna come back. I think I'm gonna go with this guest room. This is kind of a good center point to where if I need to pop in here to gain some steps if I'm running out, I can do so. I'm pretty sure I've already read this in a previous play as well, but Sinclair just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. Slight burn there. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hope your health improves shortly. KL? And yes, I do remember reading that because I did, in fact, beat the puzzle in the billiard room with the darts and found a secret key in the last video. So let's see here. The den is going to give me the most, well, I think I might go with the courtyard here. That will at least give me a north exit. I'm curious if you play this game or if you've logged a lot of days or time spent. If you have a strategy that you, kind of a go-to strategy. Right now, I feel like I'm so new to this game that I'm still kind of learning the intricacies and trying to figure out what my strategy might be. But it's been fun so far. Like this, I'm pretty sure this little dirt mound here, I can dig up with a shovel, but I don't have the shovel in this playthrough right now. So that must be open sky. So this is like an open, like literally courtyard. Little open space in the midst of this larger building that we're building. The pantry is going to end up as a dead end. Utility closet will give me the breaker box. Storeroom's a dead end, but I do get lots of things. So none of these are great options or what I wanted. So let's do the storeroom. Grab another key. Gem. Definitely is a storeroom. Feel like I'm kind of backing myself into a little hole here, but that's okay. We'll just keep going with it. The commissary might actually save us because it's going to give us a right door and then we can kind of go up that right hand side. Otherwise, corridor is going to be a dead end. The den will also. I feel like either one of these would be good. Hate leaving that dead space. Oh, I guess we still haven't gone straight up in the entrance hall, so we'll still be able to get into that room if needed. So I think I'm going to go with the commissary. Plus, this is a new room that I've never been into before, so I'm curious. Got a cute little game here. Is that one of those old school cigarette machines that they don't have anymore? I used to go to this Mexican restaurant well, the restaurant still exists, but in the lobby area, they had one of these old school cigarette machines that was still functioning at the time when I was younger. The machine is no longer there, but the restaurant still is. Annual Maids Day sale, 2 days only, all items up to 50% off. All staff welcome, day 20 and 21. Good to know. We're on day 4. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch-in clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. The terminal password. And this staff notice we've seen before in the security room. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. With a bath, without a bat. What? So bath without bat is just H. Or if it's bathtub, H tub doesn't make sense. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can buy a shovel. I might actually do that and go see if my guess on what that mound of dirt is. Yeah, definitely want the shovel. Don't really know what the magnifying glass does, but we'll grab one anyway. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Interesting. So, like, can I inspect these more closely? No? Okay. Ooh, but I can inspect this. It looks like the terminal password is Swan Song. Hope that wasn't a one-time use. Okay, good. So I have it. It's like a thing that I have at least for the rest of the day. Oh, I was correct. A rather dirty coin can be spent in shop rooms. Okay, so it just gave me a coin. But I was correct in my thinking. See, we've got a patio. That's a new to me room. And I could either do that or the pantry, which will give me 4 coins, but the patio will spread gems in each green room. Go into the courtyard. Let's see what this does. Cute. And more digging spots. Turnip gives me 6 steps. Awesome. We are doing great on our steps, by the way. Still have 53. Apple, 2 more steps. Thank you. A gem. Man, there's all sorts of stuff out here. Buried below. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Yes, already figured that out. I'm glad I was correct in my assumption. So since the last time I've played this, I ended up doing an entire playthrough of Life is Strange Reunion, which was fantastic, by the way. I'm sure you've seen that here on the channel. Loved that game. And also started playing Star Sand Island, which I'm very much enjoying. It's really cute. It's really cozy. It's like a life sim farming type ranching game. Kind of similar vibes to like a Stardew or something like that. We've got another den. I think we'll go through the den because everything else is going to be a dead end. Even though really only one of these doors is going to work, but that's okay. I've also started streaming over on Twitch a couple times a week just because I find that more chill. Can kind of get immersed in the game more and just play along, kind of chat along with anyone that's hanging out with me, and it's kind of fun. So if that's something that you're into, I'd love to see you over there. Everything's going to be a dead end except for the parlor. And this has the dreaded box game that I cannot seem to I cannot with this game. This box is blue. The gems are in a true box. This box is black. Okay, and if I remember correctly, one of the boxes tells the truth, one tells a lie. This is not. Yeah. Oh, is this new? No, this is the same. I don't know if there's anything exciting to see here, but that's right, M. Lowry. So like Mike Lowry from Bad Boys. That's, I think, what I said last time. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it has been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Mike Lowry. I wonder if that's the same. What were the initials on the last letter we read in the bedroom? Okay, so there will always be at least one box that is true. There will always be at least one box that is false, and only one box has a prize within. The other are always empty. Okay, so yeah, one's true, one's false. And can never figure out the puzzle. Drives me bonkers. If this is the true box, then the gem should be in there, and this is the false box. Or this is the false box. And then the gems are in here. Really, is there ever a way to figure this out and like know for sure, or is it just a complete guess? This could be the true box. Which means the gems are in there. Or I don't know. You know what? I'm just picking one. I don't think there's an actual way to figure out the puzzle. If there is, someone please let me know. Yeah, I just had to run around and look all over and make sure I wasn't missing anything before I decided to apparently buy some food. Mount Holy kitchen menu. Bananas are $2. Club sandwich is 8, but it gives you 15 steps. Bacon and eggs, 8, gives you 10 steps. Add morning room to today's draft pool. The main course. The main course is served only in the dining room. Stuffed wild quail. Local Mount Holy delicacy served atop of plum. I don't know those words. With roasted potatoes, bacon lardons, and wild chives. It gives you 20 steps, plus an additional 10 if you have a trophy room in your house. I don't have a trophy room. It also doesn't say... Oh, in the dining room. I'm in the kitchen. That makes sense. Okay. Do I want to spend $8 to try to get the morning room? How many rooms do we even have left? I feel like I might not. I feel like I should, but I also might not, just because I feel like I'm already running out of room options here. And I don't really know what the morning room is just yet. So I don't know if it's something I want to gamble on right now. All right, let's see. We've got a coat check, a dead end, secret passage. Is not a dead end. But it will only give me one door and it takes one gem. Or we can burn both of our gems and get this passageway, which opens up 3 more rooms. That seems like a really good idea to me, so that's what we're going for. And I'm still doing fantastic on my steps, so this is great. I'm gonna keep going this way. Let's see if we can get up to that room. And it's locked and I have no keys. If all of these are locked, I might cry. Seriously, I might cry. Okay, good. At least we've got one. The archives. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Which is scary, but there's 3 doors. The observatory. Oh, I have no more gems, so I can't do either of these. So, the archives it is. I need to find a key. Be nice if there was keys laying around. August 22nd, 85. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marianne Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's 2nd time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Just do a little close-up on her face there. And then January 27th of 86, this is a few months later, Swimbird author never considered herself success. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. So as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold had elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, instead of Blueprints, I see what you did there, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party, their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Wow. Got another picture here. Nothing super exciting, I don't think. Oh, there's another page. Oh boy. November 11th of 86, so quite a few months later, publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house had defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Interesting. Okay, so that was November 11th. This is a few days later. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marian Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest late last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold had past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Here we've got Manning and White at a press function. Whoops. Look like 2 intense individuals. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under, waved down a local. This is the 3rd major. Looks like we're missing some of the text here. Trial begins, expected to last up to something with grand treason. In February of 87, so this is into the next new year. No trace is discovered of Sinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marian Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Interesting. She's got a swan necklace on. So she is gone, missing. Seems like there were some nefarious things going on. And then this is September 2nd, so that was February. This is later, September. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reporters of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of the Orenda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. I really hope those aren't all the gems we're finding laying around. This just made this game a lot more, I don't know, kind of sinister. There's like some dark stuff going on here, maybe more to the story. Don't have a key card in this on this day. I did have one in a previous day, but don't anymore, so I guess try to go this way. We're only 2 away. Oh boy, this is gonna be... I can either roll the dice and hope that I get a good floor plan here, or go with the pantry and know that I'll at least have it won't be a dead end. Let's roll the dice. Screw it. Ooh. What was it? Of course, it's a utility closet. It's a dead end. Fantastic. Still don't know what these mean, the VAC indicators, but if I turn them all on, and that needs to be on because I did that last time. I turned off the keycard entry system thinking I could bypass those entry doors, but I cannot. Well, that's a giant bummer. I rolled the dice and wasn't a great outcome, but we still have one more door, so try that one. Please don't be locked. Of course it's locked. Darn it. Okay. Shoot. All of those passageway doors are locked. Oh, didn't realize I could click on these. This is neat. I had no idea you could like look into them this much. Huh. Wow, we have not seen a lot of different rooms. All right, let's see. I think my only option, and it's not going to help me, is to go back to the entrance hall, go north. If I can somehow get a key, I could potentially open one of these doors. And I think I have 47 steps left. So as long as I don't get lost and I make it back, I'm going to be checking my map a lot to make sure I'm going... Nope, see, I already got lost. Make sure I'm going the right way. Oh, duh. It's one with the open door. Marked. Down through the parlor. Straight through the den, straight through the corridor. And the patio only has one opening. cozy. Okay, which way now? I believe through the chapel. Yes. Keep taking my coins, chapel, that's fine. Through the nook. Through the bedroom. Got some extra steps back. That. Oh, I've already looked at that. But not with the magnifying glass. Nothing exciting. Okay. Okay. Let's all cross our fingers for... Oh my goodness, the archives. Archives them forever. Well, I thought it was just in the archive room. I don't have gems, so I couldn't even try to get a pool. And even if I could, it's not going to do me any good right now. So I guess the dark room. That doesn't do me any good either. No keys to be found. I think that might be it for this playthrough. And here I thought we were doing so well. It was so close. So close. I mean, I definitely made some wrong choices, I'll admit. And the roll of the dice here at the end was probably the worst one of them all. But hey, sometimes you just gotta play the game, you know? Go see if there's some stuff to dig up out here. Because that would be fantastic if I found a mound of dirt and dug up a key. Bird. Veranda door. Pretty sure that's the gates to get in. This is where I sleep, apparently. I camp out here. I'm not seeing any mounds of dirt, unfortunately. I did jot down some notes. Let me see if I can figure out where I put them. Thought I took some notes on a code that I found in a previous play. Oh. Whatever I jotted down had 5 numbers. I have 14227. And this takes 4. So I'm not sure what that code is just yet. And I don't even know if the numbers I jotted down they mean anything. I just saw them and thought they might be important. And since I'm not seeing any places to dig, I think this might be it for the day. So while I head back and just do another quick double check, if this is something that you are enjoying and you want me to continue this series, please let me know. I would be more than happy to. And I could start streaming it over on Twitch as well. If people want to join in live while I'm playing, that would be awesome. That actually, it might help me because I'd be able to get some real-time feedback. And if I'm making silly mistakes, you guys could holler at me. Oh. Oh, I really thought I was going to be able to get through there. And I hit it with the shovel. And I jump over. Seriously. All right, friends, that's where I'm going to end this one. And like I said, if you enjoyed it, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more. Let me know if you want me to continue playing this here on YouTube or potentially over on Twitch. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.